Yo, what is up, AD team? Welcome back to another video. So a year ago I bought this 2020 C8 Corvette, the most expensive thing I ever bought in my life. Bought it cash, no loans, no payments, nothing. It's completely mine, and I was proud of it. It brought me happiness, it brought me joy. I've been driving it for over a year now, but as you see by the title, I'm actually going to sell it. Now, I mentioned this on social media, on my story a few times, and everybody was like, why are you selling it? Like, why would you do that? Oh, you can't afford the payments? Like, what's going on? So in this video, I'm gonna tell you the reasons why I'm selling it, and also I'm gonna tell you my experience having it. What have I noticed from a dating perspective? So without further ado, let's get into it. First reason why I'm selling it is, guys, I don't drive it. I used to drive it a lot more back in my old apartment, but ever since I got this new apartment, which now is garage kept, I find it that I just don't drive it as much. I drive it maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I think the reason is because it's such a hassle getting it into that garage and walking over to the garage to pull it out, that I just find it easier just to get my Camaro and just take it when I'm going to the gym or going wherever. And truth be told, like, I don't go a lot of places on a daily basis. Like, usually it's just a gym or the store. So I'm usually traveling less than 20 miles each and every day. So I really don't see the need to have a C8 Corvette just taken to the gym or to the store, you know what I mean? Just, it became unpractical over time for me and less convenient. And number two, it hasn't depreciated at all, if any. So when I got the Corvette, the value of them were definitely overpriced. I actually bought this for right around the six-figure mark, right? So with that being said, even nowadays, used Corvettes or even the new ones, they're still going for the same exact price. And that is because they were just really scarce. GM kind of stopped making them, and they were really hard to find. And so that kind of overvalued them. And even a year later, they're still kind of overvalued. So with that being said, I don't want to wait too long, maybe a year or two, to when the new Corvette comes out and it actually has depreciated and I lost money. So if I sell right now, I can actually get a pretty good return, about at least 95% of what I bought it for. And reason number three, the money that I get from it, I want to use it to invest into more stuff. Like when I visualize this Corvette sitting in the garage, I'm literally thinking to myself, this is like $100,000 just sitting in the garage each week, and it's just not doing nothing. So I find that I can definitely use that money to do something more valuable. Invest in myself, invest in, you know, more equipment for the YouTube, or invest in anything at all, really. Travel, experiences. And I told myself that I was going to start valuing more experiences more than materialistic items such as a super nice car. Now, I know a super nice car will satisfy your ego, and it definitely satisfies mine, but at this point in my life, I want to value more experiences and travel and non-materialistic things to bring me happiness. Now, that's the reason why I'm going to sell it. Now let's talk about my experience while having it over the past year. Have I noticed more girls with it? Like, you know, from a dating perspective, what have I noticed? So first thing is that a nice car is a status symbol. And what I've learned is that even if you have a lot of money and don't have status, money can buy you status. So we see that with materialistic items, designer, nice cars, nice watches, everything. All of that is a status symbol, and indirectly or even directly, status can bring you more women to your life. Now, did I notice that personally with me? No, and that's because I didn't use my car in the right way to kind of attract more women to me. I never posted my car on social media. It was very rare when I did. Every now and then I would do a story post or whatever, but I didn't show it off like somebody who was trying to use it for that status symbol should. I used it because I actually genuinely wanted it and enjoyed driving it, not necessarily to get more women or girls. So in regards to that aspect of things, I actually haven't noticed a whole bunch, and that's probably why it's also not useful to me either. Number two, it definitely boosted my ego, as I said in the past points. Whenever you buy something this expensive, straight cash, no loans, no payments, nothing, and it's super nice and it's rare and you're young, like, it just boosted my self-esteem and my ego whenever I was driving it or whenever I was able to show it off. For example, just stepping out the car, I remember many times the looks I got because people were not expecting like somebody of my demographic and or avatar to step out of a car like this. And I remember one time specifically, this old man asked me, what sport do I play? He was like, oh, you must, well, what football do you throw? He said something like that, suggesting that I was a professional athlete being able to afford this car, given my age. And you know, that made me feel good, because it felt like, you know, all the years of hard work that I went through, I was finally able to visually, physically, and materialistically showcase my work for it. But besides that, like I said, everything is temporary, and that sense of happiness and ego trip I felt was temporary for me. And in the long run, I came to learn that stuff like this won't bring you long-term happiness in the long run. It's mostly in the moment. And I bought this out of an emotional response of wanting, you know, satisfy my ego and be happy. So once that was over with, that's when the more logical side of me came out. And number 3, in regards to dating, I did notice that it made girls more attracted to me who I was seeing. I never blatantly showed off my cars. I would always drive my Camaro to dates or whatever. But once I discovered that I had 2 cars, and especially once I had this one, I did notice a little bit more, I'm feeling you a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like in their energy. And I think that's because, one, obviously, like I said, it's a status symbol. Status is more attractive. And number 2, it showed that I was resourceful. I'm a resourceful guy. I have money. I can provide resources, and that is shown by me being 25 years old, having a muscle car and a sports car, both fully paid off, right? And then alongside with that, this car attracted some opportunities for me and a certain lifestyle that a lot of girls weren't used to. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. It just helped with retention, not initial attraction, because I never got girls because of my car. I got more girls because of just the way I looked, my charisma, my personality, and maybe even my Instagram status. So guys, that's the whole video as to why I'm selling my car and kind of the things I've noticed throughout the past year. If you got a car, let me know. If you got a nice car, let me know if you notice the same exact things. And a fun fact, if you guys are wondering, I actually did get an offer on this already within 2 days of listing it. We got a dealership I'm going to drive to next week. So I'm very, very excited about the offer I got. Very, very close to the price that I actually bought it for, like I said. And you know, it's a learning lesson. And another learning lesson is that I will never buy a new car ever again. Only used, that has depreciated a little bit, but never brand new ever in my life. So subscribe, like the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.